Well, over the past couple of days, we've talked about skills being used by vets, and also we've talked in the past about skills being used in schools and in hospitals and in old people's kind of residential homes and all sorts of workplaces. What I don't think we've talked about, certainly for a long time, is skills being used in the lab. Because research-optimized tools can, get this, take notes, dictate instructions and answer questions, allowing researchers to work hands-free. Well, of course, it stands to reason, doesn't it? And this particular article from nature.com, I'm reading from and riffing from today and tomorrow, brings you this case study of Fancho Facuade, who spent a long time in the dark. He knows a lot. People talk to him, so I don't mean in the dark in that way, but he's a PhD student and he's studying ion channels and cardiac arrhythmias at George August University in Göttingen in Germany. And his work typically involves measuring the electrical output and fluorescence intensity of cells under a microscope. But because such measurements have got to be done in the dark, he needed to document his experiments in the dim glow of a computer monitor. And often he found himself just trying to remember stuff that he'd seen or he'd thought and the reactions of what he was going through. And sometimes he would make a mistake, and sometimes he wrote nothing at all. And sometimes you do experiments for weeks and weeks, and it's really obviously difficult to remember what it was that you spotted a couple of days ago or a week, 10 days before that. Now, a handful of tools is bringing the technology to research labs, which is really, really good. And how are they working? How are they helping? I'll tell you tomorrow as the Smart Speakers Daily continues. In the meantime, go to nature.com for that article or the smartspeakers.com/links and find it there. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.